The T2 DOP allows for a participant to be marked inactive and have end dates added, and it also has a separate mechanism that lets you mark a person as not being allowed to access the T2 DOP. These two mechanisms may seem similar, but they're actually quite different. This video describes the difference between these two actions, what the consequences are for each action, and which actions are required when. So first, what happens when you mark a participant as inactive and add end dates? Marking a participant as inactive means that they are simply marked in the T2 DOP database as not currently working on the project, and it means that accurate annual data analysis can be performed. Marking someone as inactive does not disable their login credentials. They're free to log in and enter data and edit data after being marked inactive. In fact, even if they are inactive, if they have any project-related outcomes, you most definitely want them to log in and enter these data. So when do you mark a person as inactive and enter their end dates? As soon as a person leaves the project, you should make these changes. And certainly, prior to finalizing the year's data for the T2 DOP, researchers and PIs should check the T2 DOP data to ensure that all participants who left the project that year have been marked as inactive and their end dates recorded. It's very important to mark people inactive and enter their end dates when they stop working on the project. The reason for this is that project data are analyzed annually in terms of the number of participants who have been active during that year. So for the analysis to be accurate, the project needs to make sure that inactive participants, both researchers and trainees, are marked appropriately as inactive and that their end dates are recorded. Now let's discuss what happens when a person is marked as not allowed in terms of T2 DOP access. When a person is marked as not allowed in terms of site access, they are completely denied access to the T2 DOP. That means their password will no longer work, they can't log in, they'll no longer receive email reminders from the system, and they can no longer add, update, or edit outcomes data or their profile. So, and this is important, if they end up having any project-related accomplishments that come out after they are not allowed access, they'll not be able to enter them, nor will they be able to edit or update previous entries. So, when should you not allow a participant access to the T2 DOP? The answer is that denying access to the T2 DOP is an optional decision that's up to the researcher regarding their trainees and up to the PI regarding project participants. If you never want to use the feature that allows you to block access for a participant, that's fine. If you do want to block access for a participant, that's fine too, as long as you're aware of the ramifications, which we covered earlier in this video. One more thing I should mention about not allowing access. If you do choose to not allow a participant access to the T2 DOP, you also need to be sure that they are marked inactive and have their end dates entered.